the great old traditional power of Cork, have come here in the semi-final. They've failed to rattle Kilkenny in any way, shape or form. There's really only Waterford and Tipperary left if Kilkenny are to be denied 5 in a row. They go into battle in the semi-final next Sunday. That should be a much, much closer battle, I'm sure, and a really good match, one to look forward to live on the Sunday game. One of them will be playing Kilkenny on the first Sunday of September. People say, well, are Kilkenny winning all these matches by such a margin? Is that good for hurling? Truth of the matter is, the others have got to come up to their standards, and so far none of them are managing to do that, with the exception of Tipperary in last year's All-Ireland final.
Yeah, well, the difference, I think, is Kilkenny keep bringing players through. You know, maybe it's only 1 year, you know, now and again, and they're adding to the panel all the time. And Cork doesn't have to brought through a player for the last 4 or 5 years. Pat Horgan is the only one that, and you know, he's been on and off the team again this year, so they just need to stick with it. They're going to have to come up with new players if they have them, and maybe they don't have them down in Cork at the moment.
Well, Niall McCarthy has his first point. PJ Ryan picking out a would-be target down there, maybe Michael Fennelly. In came Derek Ling as well, but it's Jerry O'Sullivan out here to his twin brother. Ben feeds it back to Jerry, the Ben and Jerry show. And a lovely score. Well, in spite of the wide margin, Cork have got some terrific scores in this game. Pat Horgan earlier on, and that point by Jerry O'Connor now was as good as you could see. A twin experience.
Yeah, I think Jerry, in fairness, has made a big impression since he came on. He's been lively, he's created a few scores, and Ben has been more lively out on the wing as well, and you know, they're bringing other players into the game.
Well, Dennis Walsh has inherited a team that were in decline essentially, coming from the All-Ireland successes, as Tommy Welch comes onto it and strikes it over the bar. His first point today, his first point in this year's championship. What a player, what a score, what a response. 14 between them. Sums up the difference. Niall McCarthy raiding. Onto it here comes Egan. Just a bit too far ahead there, too far ahead indeed. And Noel Hickey in there, strong as you like. Just firmed his boots into the ground, got the ball and got it away. Gardner now. Up as far as Ben O'Connor. It's a lovely shot. Oh, it's a lovely point by Ben O'Connor. 7 points by Ben O'Connor, 4 from Pat Horgan. We got a lovely point from Jerry O'Connor. They're still going to finish on the losing side. 13 points the margin.
Yeah, brilliant score by Ben O'Connor, but he, you know, to be fair to Ben O'Connor, over the last decade he's been one of the top forwards in the game and very, very consistent, and has had a fine second half as well. I think that's 12 points Cork have scored in the second half, and Ben has had a hand in a lot of them.
Well, if somebody said that Cork would have to get about 17, 18 points and maybe a couple of goals as well with a chance to beat Kilkenny, well, they've got the points, not the goals.
That's it. You know, I thought they need 2 to 3 goals, and they never really looked like scoring a goal at all. Kilkenny full back line, rock solid.
Oh,
great piece
what
of skill
about that for Tommy Welch? Pinched the ball off Pat Horgan, took it up superbly, and then didn't waste a second before getting it away. That is half-back play par excellence. Niall McCarthy whipping it in. Ooh, it was Cusson who was getting there. Very good save by a man who is intent upon denying Cork any goal scores scored this afternoon.
Little touch there from Michael Cusson. Good reaction by Cusson, and a great save by PJ Ryan. Here's Tommy Walsh just coming in here. Just look at this. Just flicks the ball up and away from his man and clears it all into one movement. Beautiful hurling and balance.
Now, John Mulhall in here towards Michael Fennelly. He's had a storming match. Only his second point, but his all-round dominance of midfield, his leadership of the team when it mattered most. He's come on a ton this year. You mentioned it before the game, Michael, and he has certainly performed.
Well, he had 23 possessions, I mentioned that, against Galway, which is unbelievable in the modern game. You know, if you have 9, 10, 11 maybe, but 23, and I'd say today, I don't know what the stat is on it, but he's been on the ball an unbelievable amount. He's had a super game.
Michael Cusson, the 6'7" dinosaur, trying to come through. Can't get through, however. And Horgan runs into a tackle, which the referee didn't like, and it's going to be a free in. 1 minute of added time will be played, so we've got another 2 minutes of this. You only get to see Kilkenny 4 times in the championship, assuming that they always go through the different steps that they are presented with, so we need to savour each and every one of them. Big challenge for the opponents. Horgan shooting and putting it over the bar. He's got 5 points, 2 of them from frees and 3 from play. Good second half by Patrick Horgan.
He's done very well. Just maybe the 2 frees, both one was a penalty, one was a 21-yard free. They have to be low and test the goalie, test the backside, putting them over the bar at this level. Really they should be on target and make them save them anyway.
Mention of tests. How will Brian Cody feel about the test he had in the semi-final?
He'll be happy. I'd say he's always pragmatic. He'll say we've done enough and we've never a huge battle ahead in the final. That's the normal party line from him there. He'll be happy. Look at this. But like his panel today, say Henry Shefflin's went off injured, but outside of that, able to bring on those players all over the field and never weaken the team in any way. Any of the subs that come on. So that's the big plus they have to have 20 players at that level.
But Michael, in the second half, we're suddenly seeing Cork play with cohesion. There's a certain extra spirit and direction in their play. They're getting the ball to Horgan, and Horgan is now putting it over the bar. He's got 6. Why didn't they do this in the first half?
Because Kilkenny didn't let them. Kilkenny, to me, have taken that bit of intensity.
Did Cork believe they could do it in the first half?
Yeah, they probably came out with thinking that they did, but Kilkenny stood up to them. That's what they do. They suffocate teams in the first 20 minutes, and just in the second half, it's opened up. But Pat Horgan has scored 4 points from play off of Jackie Turrell, and that's going to be something Brian Cody's going to work on with Jackie Turrell now for the final. And they always try to pick out the negatives in their performance.
Well, the margin right now, it's 12 points. Not a great deal of time left. Horgan once again causing problems for Jackie Turrell, as you say. Back here to Ben O'Connor. Horgan with that final shot. The referee looks at his watch, blows his whistle, and Kilkenny have reached their 11th All-Ireland hurling final in 13 seasons. What a performance by Brian Cody and his team. So much to be satisfied about. Getting the congratulations there of Frank Murphy and the rest of the Cork backroom people. It's finished at Croke Park. Kilkenny 3 goals and 22 points. Cork 19 points.
We just came up to try and win the game, and we're very, very happy to win the game. The big prize for semi-final day always, you're in the All-Ireland final, and otherwise your year is over. So thanks be to God, we'll be here again in a few weeks' time.
I know words like awesome and brilliance, it's associated with this Kilkenny team, but when you think that John Tennyson was out, Brian Hogan picked up a shoulder injury, Henry Shefflin has a knee problem, and it didn't look like the balance was intimidated or affected in any way.
Well, I mean, the panel is what's most important of all, and we constantly say a great confidence in the panel. The panel has been tested, it was tested before, and it'll be tested again. So, I mean, if somebody steps out, I hate to see a fella being injured, it's cruel on himself, but somebody steps in to take his place and does the job for the team, and that's what's required. We've
absolutely no complaints. We were, blown away. The game was well over for the finish, and it looked halfway through the first half it was, going to be one of those probably great, intense games, but. Kilkenny got the goal then, and they just slipped away. They added up the points, and the next thing they were 7 or 8 points clear all of a sudden after maybe 25 minutes, and we just didn't respond. Simple as that. And I suppose we were crying to get in at the break, really, to just appraise the situation.
I don't know. I suppose we just need to take stock now for a bit, Marty. Obviously, what's happened today is it's a tough end to the year for us, and but look. Cork Hurling was there before us, and Cork Hurling will be there after this group, and it's just back to the drawing board, if you like.
We never panic, Brian has always said that the spirit is built from the panel, and there's 30-35 lads in there, and any one of them can play at any stage. So it was unfortunate to see Henry and Brian Hogan go off today, and obviously John Tennyson, but the lads came in, done a super job as well, and I think everyone just believes in each other more than anything and just get on with their own job.
You must be looking forward to the next 4 weeks. I mean, the buzz around Kilkenny will be massive again.
Yeah, exactly. We're in another All-Ireland final. It hasn't really hit home at the moment, but I'm sure when we wake up in the morning we realise we've 4 long hard weeks ahead of us, enjoyable ones, and we look forward to 4 weeks' time.
Players can use whatever they want to motivate themselves, 5 in a row I suppose as Brian Cody says, just to win the next game, worry about your performance, and I suppose the scoreboard never matters. The scoreboard only matters at the end of the game, you know. And if we worry about our performance, the scoreboard will take care of itself.
We don't think about what other people's perception is, you know. We just go up and play hurling and prepare for hurling matches, and, you know, try and play as well as it